Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel, TDEF class. My name is Tejiri. In this tutorials, I'll be showing you how to perform pagination on this back-end pagination. In my previous video, I showed you how to perform pagination, front-end pagination. Now, the difference between this front-end pagination and the back-end pagination, if you may ask. Now, the front-end pagination is a scenario whereby your data is being served to you from an endpoint without pagination coming from the server or the API, where you are tasked with doing the pagination from the front yourself. Now, in this video, my previous video, which is part 1, I did it from the front. Now, if you want to see how that is done, kindly watch my previous video on front end pagination part 1, where I did that. I explained everything extensively. Now, but in this video, our current video, this one we'll be doing today, is where my pagination is being handled from the back end and you want to implement it in the front. So my back end is being developed with Laravel, which I did. If you want to see how that is done, it's quite straightforward and simple. Laravel is a simple language. It depends if you are a professional. So it's being done by Laravel, and that's it. So without wasting much time, let's get down to the main course of the day. Excuse me. Before I get further, please kindly, if this is your first time of watching my tutorials, please kindly take a second. It won't really cost you anything. So long as you're still watching the video, kindly hit the subscribe button and also click on the like button. The essence of this, you clicking the like button, is so as to help YouTube suggest my video to other YouTubers too, and boost my video, help other people to get to see my video. And it won't really cost you anything, like I said earlier, for you to like my video. So please just like my video. It's just a way of you saying hi, I appreciate what you're doing, your content is nice, I find it informative. If you do, even though you don't like me, please just hit on the subscribe button. I really appreciate that. Now, the first thing we'll be doing here is that I'll be calling the right endpoints. My previous video, I was calling this endpoint where the is not being paginated from the front, it's from the back. So this get user pagination endpoint is being handled. There are a couple of things that are happening here. First of all, it takes in a page number type of number, which I'll be sending to the back end. Now, to do that, this is on page load, set the page number to be equals to 1. And to do that, I'll create a page number type and set it to equals to 1. Once I've done that, I'll say, then I'll call it here and pass it. So on page load, set the page number to be equals to 1, which is saying start from page 1. You can start with whatever page number you want. You just simply have to change this figure here. So that is all we need to do here. I can close my service file. Next, we'll be heading over to my front end. Now, if you look at our application, you find out that a lot of things are not working. So to fix that, first thing I'll do here, I'll be putting in a check to say, hey, check if lists dot total is not empty. That is what I'm doing here. So if it's not empty, then what? Display the list total, which is going to be displayed here. But if you check, it's still saying there's an error. What's the error? Total does not exist on type any, which is an array. Yes, an array, but now I'm going to change it to be any, just any. Now the it's working, but we're getting a different error right now. I won't go through that because I know what it is. This is because I'm not fetching the data direct. So now the data is being fetched from our API. If you look at our front end, everything works as expected. If you look, there's a problem which will be solved. The page numbering is not working as expected. So that's the first thing I'll be doing. So to fix the page numbering, I'll still be working with this list. So I'll say list in a bracket. I'll say list current page -1 multiply by list also. Doesn't work that way. List per page plus index plus 1. Now I have to change this. Doesn't work this way. Yeah. So now if you head back to our front end application, you see everything works just fine. Okay. So now the main purpose of this video, which is our pagination, is supposed to be appearing down here, which is not. So to fix that, first thing I'll do is I will add in a nav. In it, I'll put in a div tag. Okay. Inside my div tag, this is where everything is going to be handled. So first, I'll say for loop, which is going to be item of lists dot links, right? Then track index, then display the data, which I'll be using span to do that. So you have the option of saying item label. Yes, item label. Now if you take a look at our application, you see it's appearing here. Now the reason why it's appearing that way is because I didn't place this in a square bracket. So now that is done, you see it's looking fine. Okay, so now if you look, there's something wrong. We are seeing HTML code type. I don't know what this is called right now, which is not what we want. So to fix that, we'll have to call Angular has this thing called inner HTML, right? So with that inner HTML, I will cut this or copy the same, paste it there. It's supposed to be yes. Then I can delete this. It's no longer needed. Now on load, you see it's working fine. Now I have to be very fast. I have to place it here by the right corner and add other functionality. So the first thing I'll be doing here is, let me make this more readable. First thing I'll do here is I'll be adding a class. I'll add a class to my div here of type Pagination, and I'll head over to my CSS to do the styling. Right, so my pagination has been set. Next thing, it's been set to the middle. Next thing, I'll be adding padding of 4 px, 5 px, text align to the right, color gray. Okay, hit on save. Let's see how it looks. Looking good, but not too good. So now, next thing I'll be doing is I'll be adding a class here. which is going to be the same thing as pagination. Okay, now you see it's looking a bit better. So before I go further, I want to say, how is it possible, how are we going to check how are we going to perform and add classes and remove classes if certain conditions are not met? We are going to use ng class. Yes, ng class is equals to check if item in URL is equals to null, right? If it's equals to null, apply a class called disabled. Otherwise, simply make the class enabled, right? So now that we've done that, we'll head over to my CSS to create those classes. Now I'll say first one is disabled, which I'll just set the color to gray. Second one is enabled, which I'll set the class I'll just set the color to tail. And voila, yes, it's disabled. Okay, why is it not being applied? Because I did not save. Okay, on hitting save, see it's working. Okay, so now next thing we're going to do is we'll say, hey, I want the current page to have a background color so as to be able to help the user know the current page number they are looking at. Okay, how do I do that? We're going to add a second check, which is going to be an ng class. We say, hey, ng class, not plus, ng class check if apply active only if item is active, right? That's all. And now, what is active? We have not defined active class in our CSS. Now, active class is just a simple class that apply background color of tail, like tail, and color antique white. I can't pronounce it. border radius of 2 pixels. Okay, hit on save, and voila. Yeah, you see. But we have a problem. If you click, it's not being applied. So first thing we'll do here is we're going to be using this our function that load on page load, but this time we're going to say when user click on this any part of the numbering pagination, apply this method, and then this method takes in a type of item label. I don't care how it handle it, but I just the type of our business, it handle it on its own. And click on save. On hitting save, now let's see if everything works just fine. Yes, number 3, number 4. You see our pagination, our item numbering works too as well. So now that we've done that, first of all, since you watched this video to this extent, I kindly will like you to take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel, TDev Class. Kindly hit the subscribe button as to also get notified on new videos that are being released by me. And if you find this video informative, please, it won't cost you anything at all. It won't cost you anything, absolutely nothing. Just click on the subscribe as well as the like button. Why it's good for you to click on the like button? So as to hack YouTube to suggest this video to other developers such as you. So thank you very much for that. Thank you. I saw it. Thank you. Okay, now back to the video. Now our video works, our tutorials have come this far. There's something more I would like to add here, which is I would like to say showing lists. Don't forget your question mark. List from to list question mark dot to of lists question mark dot total again. Now let's see what it does. Wow, okay, showing 1 to 15. I'll just remove this instead. Showing 1 to 15 of 150. If I click on 2, watch what is going to happen to that one. Change it to 16, and so on and so forth till 9. Okay, so having done that, this is the end of my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and don't forget to hit on that like button and also the subscribe button. And if you have any questions, kindly drop your question in the comment section below. I'll be glad and ready to answer your question for you, whatever question you have as regarding this video or something else. Thank you very much. Bye.